Hello and welcome to another Xterra video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And on today's video I'm gonna be working on installing a high lift jack on my truck. So that should be interesting. So recently I was helping my friend installing some stuff and he gave me his high lift jack. As you can see, it's slightly defaded, slightly rusted, but to be honest, I think it was actually almost never used. It was just sitting on a truck, but maybe it was used a few times, but it just a little bit worn out. But that's not a big deal. As long as it works, it doesn't always matter. So now I'm gonna be working on how to where I'm gonna install it. And I'm actually already know where I'm gonna install it. I'm gonna install it over here, because when we did the second bumper for my friend, that's exactly where I installed it. We built a little platform over here and that's where it was resting. So now I'm just gonna work on recreating all of that. So basically it's gonna be something like this. That's where the high lift jack will be resting. I'm gonna weld the plate over here, and then over here is gonna be a 90. So that's where the jack is gonna get secured, over here and over here. So that should be fine. So now I'm working on a base plate. I'm planning to cut something similar to this. So this is gonna be resting over here like that. This is probably gonna be longer in, so I have more parts to weld to. And then the base is gonna be resting over here, something like that. And of course it's gonna go up, and there's gonna be another security over here. So I have this 3/16 smell plate. That's I think what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna measure right now, see how it fits in there, and start welding it. All right guys, so this is what it looks like. So the plate is gonna be like that, with about maybe a 1/4 of an inch space between the bumper. I think that should be fine. It should clear it. So that's where the base is gonna go to rest over here. I still have a lot of room over here to position it. So now I have to prep all this surface over here. I need to take off all this paint and over here, because that's where my bracket's gonna be welded to. So let me start working on that. Alright guys, the base is welded. As you can see, I tried my best to weld it from all sides and from underneath as well, from both sides, everywhere. So now I'm just gonna clean it, and I'm gonna have to paint it all over again. All right, I think that's coming out pretty good. So now I had this piece laying around, was saving it, and I think it's gonna be perfect for over here. Basically what I'm gonna do, gonna measure it like that, and I gotta make a bend somewhere over here like so, and then extra part I'm gonna cut out. I'm gonna make a hole, gonna put bolt through it and weld it in, and weld this of course to here as well. So this is something like that. So this part and this part I'm gonna cut out completely. Over here I'm gonna make a hole. That's where the bolt is gonna go through. And as you can see, it's all bent already. So I just put it in a vice grip and I just hammered this part. So that's worked out pretty good. And then it's gonna go behind here with a security nut over here on this side. So I think that's gonna be pretty good. Now I need to take out the tire, clean the surface over there, cut these parts off and start welding it. Alright, so this piece is ready. And that's gonna be just right here. So now I'm gonna have to clear all of this out from paint again, because that's where I'm gonna weld. And yeah, that's coming out pretty good. I think it's gonna be all right. Now for this base where the jack is gonna be secured on the bottom, I just drilled 2 holes, and I'm gonna weld these 2 bolts in here, and that's so just the jack is gonna be sitting on them, going through 2 holes, and it's not gonna move around. I'm not even gonna tie in anything over here, because if anything, it's gonna be the same as the other bumper we did. The jack is not gonna move. All right guys, and the plate and everything is done and painted, so I mounted it back, and I still have enough room over there for the bolts. They cleared in my bumper, so that was actually pretty good. After I welded them in, I was kind of concerned that it might not clear it, but it still clears it. And as a bonus, I welded this piece in here to reinforce this part, so it's more structurally secured over here. So now I can safely put a 35 size tires over here, hopefully. So now I can mount the tire back, and I'm gonna see if the high lift jack will still fit in there. So let's put the jack in place, and let's hope it still fits. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna put a washer here and a lock washer, and I'm actually gonna use this to tighten this in place. Alright, that way it's all secured, and as you can see, it almost doesn't move anymore, so that's pretty good. Now I'm actually also picked up these coupling nuts, 3/8 coupling nuts. I'm thinking to put it over here. I mean, as it is, it's not gonna go anywhere already. So this is pretty solid. I still have the second one. Maybe I'll put one here as well. I just need to lift this higher, and I can put another one there, but this is not necessary already. This is already seen pretty solid, and it's not gonna go anywhere. I might later weld some kind of handle over here, but because of the spaces over here is very limited, that's why I picked this up. But over here I can make something so I can do it by hand, but I always have a set of keys with me, so I can just use this. That way it's more secured. And this pin I also replaced with a bolt and with a lug nut, so that's more secure as well. Alright, so it's mounted, everything looks okay, but now the important part, let's hope it's still gonna clear from here to here. So let's close it up. Alright, and as you can see, it's in a lock position. I do have some space over here, not a whole lot, but even when this shakes, it's not gonna touch it. So I barely made it, but I made it. And there you go, guys, the high lift jack is mounted, and I think it's looking pretty good.
Much later.
And just small update, I'm actually replacing these for these guys. What I had to do, just actually sand off a little bit the edges, and now they fit here perfect, and I can just tie it up by hand, both of them, and I don't need to access wrenches or anything. I can always undo this later, and of course it's not gonna go anywhere. So now it's in an open position, so let's open the tailgate. Make sure it doesn't gonna interfere with that either. And as you can see, it opens up no problem. Great. So one more mod is done. There's still more things to do, of course. I still have plans for over here, but yeah, it's just gonna take time. But this is mounted and this is done. Alright guys, another project successfully done. At least I think it's successfully done. So I do plan to do more mods, of course, and it only takes time. But I hope you guys are enjoying these videos, and hopefully they're gonna be helpful for you, maybe in the same situation, and this gonna give you some ideas how to do, or maybe even how to do something even better. So on this note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you might find it helpful, and as always, until next time, everybody, bye.